Hey guys, this is Spider here, FiteFootage.com. I'm here with Chris Kuntschik. Chris, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How about you?
Now, I've been here. I interviewed Alex a little while ago, man, and you were in there throwing some rounds, dude. I mean, Alex, the guys, they're behind you. You guys are training hard for this fight, this upcoming fight here in Brownsville, man. Tell us a little bit about your training going into this, bro.
Well, my training going into it, I've been training pretty consistently for the last year, maybe a little over a year, but I've only been in true fight camp for about 12 weeks.
Right.
We knew we were going to be looking for me a fight, so I was actually training a few weeks prior to even speaking to the promoter about this fight.
Yeah. Now, your last fight, when was this and who was your opponent?
What's that?
Your last fight, who was your opponent? When was your last fight?
My last fight was actually 3 years ago, downtown at the Municipal Auditorium. I fought Alfred Ortegon.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and since then, I mean, what have you been up to?
Nothing really. I had a couple of small injuries that I was taking care of. I was in transitioning of coming from my other camp to Ohana. It was just like I had to do a lot of basically thinking about where I'm going to go, because my last couple fights haven't went too well. My previous fight for Alfred, it definitely didn't go too well, and then the one before that I actually lost, but it was only due to the fact the referee jumped in and didn't know what he was doing. So I actually was moving to this camp, that way I can get more training partners, because I didn't feel I had enough training partners to actually succeed.
No, for sure, man. Now, as we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of tough people in here. I mean, as far as your sparring partners, man, can you throw out some names of some of the guys you've been training with?
I've been training with Alex Hernandez, Gabe Reynaga, Jacob Gomez, Ray Rodriguez, the judge. Those are my main training partners for this camp.
Right.
And a lot of these guys have had fights previously, so I've actually been in about 4 fight camps prior to this one, helping these guys get ready.
No, for sure. I mean, you were punching back for a while, man. So
yeah.
You definitely, there's no going into this bout. Do you feel there's any ring rust being gone so long?
Nah, ring rust, not at all. It would be a different story if maybe I was taking about 6 months off and then decided, hey, I'm gonna jump back into this fight. But here at Ohana, we spar Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Some of us get together, and if we're feeling good, we'll spar on Sundays, Fridays, just whatever we feel. Every day in here is pretty much a fight. We don't go 100%, but it's pretty close to it.
No, for sure, man. Now, as far as the location, man, here at Ohana Jiu-Jitsu Academy, I mean, you guys have a couple different camps as far as coaches coming in here, man. Can you throw out some of the names of the coaches, the people?
My main jiu-jitsu coach would be Jason Urington. He's a black belt under Sergio Ferreira, Maha. A lot of people know him. That was my previous jiu-jitsu coach. That's where I trained at before. I got a lot of skill. A lot of my jiu-jitsu skill actually came from Maha, Gustavo Cockwell.
Right.
He moved to California. If I mispronounce his last name, I always do it. But he just recently moved to California. Since my career, those are the only 3 I've been working jiu-jitsu with. My main MMA coach now is Bobby Southworth.
Right.
Since he's came and transitioned into Ohana, we've learned a lot of good stuff. We've seen a lot of different situations that we haven't learned before.
Right.
My boxing coach, Coach No Love, we call him that because pretty much you don't get no love from him.
Yeah, he just come here to teach you and get you guys ready, man.
Right, and my wrestling is between Alex Hurricane Rodriguez and Alex the Great Hernandez, and then Bobby, he takes in on Saturdays also.
No, for sure, man. Now, as far as your opponent for this bout, what do you know about him? And as far as your styles, how do you think they differ?
I think we have similar styles. I think maybe a lot of his fights is taken on the feet a lot more and then ends up on the ground. A lot of my fights, they'll stay on the feet for a little bit and end on the ground, but I think we have similar styles as far as our striking. On the ground, I believe I'll have an advantage on the ground. I've been training in jiu-jitsu for maybe about 8 or 9 years, so I mean, in my mind, I believe I have the upper hand on the ground. No, for sure, man. Now, this bout, who do you have other than your teammates as far as sponsors? Anybody you want to thank? I have a couple sponsors. AAC, it's an advertising company, a small company that's actually been with me from the beginning of my career. Also, Pure Pain Fightwear, and then Ohana and AKA. Those are my 3 main sponsors.
No, for sure, man. Well, I myself might not be out there at the fights. I will have a representative doing photos and hopefully video, man. I do wish you guys the best of luck. Anything else you want to say before we end this?
Nah, I just, I'm excited to get back in there. I got a lot to prove. I feel like my last couple fights haven't shown who I am, and I think this fight will.
No, for sure. I've seen you training, man. I see you're ready, man. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.